your first college action?
I mean, obviously there was a lot of room for improvement. That's the first thing I took out of it. We got back in the film and watched a lot of film and corrected all our mistakes. Came out and practiced on this, so I think we'll have a way better game this week for sure.
What's the biggest lesson you learned just going through it for the first time?
I mean, just keeping my poise, that was really the biggest thing for me. Just making sure I didn't make any mental errors. That was really the biggest thing I took out of it.
How much pressure did you feel? You were rotating in to kind of maximize your series and try to make an impression when you were out there.
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
How much pressure did you feel to maximize your opportunities when you were out there?
I didn't really feel too much pressure. It's just football. I've been playing this game since I was a little kid. And I'm competing against some of the best receivers every day in practice, so it wasn't too big of a deal.
What did you think of the rotation?
I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, I got to get on the field. That's really all that matters. Just make the most of my opportunity. So I think the rotation may be a little different this week. We'll just see how it goes. But all in all, I mean, I just got to make the best of my experience.
Why do you think it might be different?
Just because, Stanford's a team that likes to air it out. Our DBs will really be running a lot, so I think we're going to need that rotation to really get going this week.
What were some of the glaring things that stood out to you that you guys do need to fix? Sometimes we don't see that stuff.
I think the biggest thing that we need to fix as a defense as a whole is, we work on pursuit every single day. And I say it translated to the game, but there was a lot of missed opportunities that we had as far as just stripping the ball out and stuff. Balls could have been flying, but I think this game it'll really happen if we really pick up our pursuit.
All right, you and Chase with the ball was thrown over his head on the touchdown. What was your role on that play?
It was more of like a quarters look, so it was kind of, that's kind of like I guess you could say that's the whole shot in the quarters defense, a little skinny post. So, we came out, we watched it on film, corrected it, so I think we'll be fine with any plays like that in the near future.
What have you thought of Stanford?
Very, very disciplined team. I mean, like I said, they have some big body receivers. They're going to try to throw the ball a lot. The main thing I took out of it is that we really need to work on protecting the back shoulder phase this week, just because, just based on watching film, that's a lot. That's like really what they throw, a lot of back shoulder phase. So, I mean, we just got to be ready for that.
How's it been preparing for, you don't know which quarterback?
I mean, just the way I look at it, there's no name, no face. I don't really care who's out there. I just play.
The moments. So we talked about how you were a little nervous even for the showcase. What were your thoughts when you were coming out of this game?
I mean, I think I got the little jitters out the way just by playing in that scrimmage. So my first reaction walking out was I was really just in awe. Like, I mean, just being able to play in front of my home team. It was just, in front of my family. Had a lot of former teammates out there and stuff, so it was a little bit different, but I wouldn't say I was nervous. I was more like in shock, like, dang, I'm really here.
Were there some guys you heard from after this game that you hadn't heard from for a while, text messages?
Just a lot of like former teammates, dudes I played in 7-on-7 with, some dudes I played in the Army All-American game with and stuff, just wishing me good luck and everything. That was really it.
Obviously, you guys are young quarterbacks, not a lot of game experience. How's the communication between you guys when you guys are on the bench and recapping just in the series?
Oh yeah, I think the communication with the secondary as a whole was really great. I mean, between me, Talanoa, Isaiah, Greg Johnson, we all had really great communication. Every time we came off the field, we talked about what we saw and what we need to fix. So communication went real well.
What concerns you most about
I'd say the biggest thing that we're really going to need to work on is just the back shoulder fades. They throw those a lot, so we can't overplay anything really. We just got to trust our technique, trust what Coach Burns is teaching us, and just go out there and execute.
Is that something you defend? You guys defend that every day, right? I mean, fall camp, it seemed like there was 30 minutes of that.
Yeah, somewhat, but then, Stanford's a team, they throw everything's a back shoulder just from what we saw. There's been times where the quarterback could have led the dude and it possibly could have resulted in a touchdown, but it's just straight back shoulder. So it's kind of hard to defend that, especially when you're chasing, like if you're not in a good position. So there's just different ways we got to defend it, but we've been working our technique and everything, so I think we'll be fine.
As a corner, when I understand the defending that you don't want to defending the back shoulder fade is kind of tough when you're chasing. When you see the ball in the air and you make your break, are you looking at the ball to get a pick, or are you looking at to knock it down, or playing the defense or playing the receiver? Which is in your mind as a DB?
I mean, it really just depends on the position that I'm in. You know, if I'm in good position, of course, I'm gonna try to make a play on the ball, try to pick it off. But I mean, if I'm chasing, then I'm really just playing the hands. You know. So.
Does Coach Burns grade you guys?
Yeah, he grades us every week.
Let us know what your grade was.
I don't even remember what my grade was, but it was pretty good.
How would you grade yourself?
I would grade myself. I'm really hard on myself, you know. So I don't think I really played how I wanted to play. But, you know, I worked on everything. I'm gonna come out this week a lot harder. So.
What can be better?
I think the main thing I needed to work on was just cleaning up my technique. You know, I got out there, I didn't really have a good feel for the receiver, so it took me a drive or two to really get used to that. But, you know, this week I've been watching a lot more film, so, you know, I kind of learned their tendencies and stuff. And then the thing with Fresno State is they came in with the whole new wide receiving core, so we didn't really have a good feel for what they were doing. You know, they came out in different formations and everything, so.
You feel more comfortable?